still buying coffee for two, then drinking both till they're cold. The calendar's stuck on the page where we tuck the stories we never got told. The toothbrush is gone from the sink, but the ghost of your scent's in the hall. It's been 91 days of finding new ways to live with my back to the wall. And they say that it's just a season. 3 months since you called me dear, but how do I breathe when the air is still freezing? In the wake of this quarter year, it's long enough to know you're not coming, but short enough to feel you right here. I'm dying in the silence of counting the days of our quarter year. I saw your sister downtown. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. She asked how I've been and I lied through a grin while I toasted the things I miss most. The seat in my car shifted back to the spot where you liked it to stay. I can't bring myself to move it an inch and admit that you're really away. 13 weeks of Sunday mornings, 12 Fridays of drinking alone, 100 ways to say I'm sorry to a ringing digital phone. They say it takes half of the time that we had to wash all the memories blue, but I'm 90 days in and I haven't begun to figure out life without you. 'Cause they say that it's just a season. 3 months since you called me dear, but how do I breathe when the air is still freezing? In the wake of this quarter year, it's long enough to know you're not coming, but short enough to feel you right here. I'm dying in the silence of counting the days of our quarter year. 90 days and the nights are getting longer. The world keeps moving, why can't I? It's just a quarter year, but it feels like a lifetime to say goodbye. I watched your taillights bleed into the rain, a slow motion movie of a brand new pain. I turned the deadbolt, the metal felt cold, ending the story we'd barely told. I stood in the foyer, just holding my breath, waiting for a sound in this sudden death. the air didn't move, and the floor didn't creak, and the words I had left felt suddenly weak. Of the fridge is a violent run in a kitchen that doesn't feel like mine anymore. I dropped a spoon and it rang like a bell in this hollowed out canyon where we used to dwell. I'm listening for a sign, when it's filled with the things that we haven't said yet. And oh, it's the quiet after the door, the sound of a life hitting the floor. It's a deafening nothing, a weight in the room, a silence that's built quiet after the door. Now that I'm alone, I'd take a shout or a slam down glass, anything but the way these minutes pass. I'd take a storm or a crashing wave to fill up this silence that feels like a grave. Now that I'm alone, no more hello, no more I'm home. Just the white noise of a heart left on its own. I'm staring at the ceiling where the plaster's starting to crack, counting up the minutes that I'll never get back. The landlord doesn't care if there's a ghost in the hall, or if I'm writing I miss you on the back of the wall. I've got a kitchen full of silence and a table for one, watching the shadows outrun the sun. The heat is turned low, but the shiver is deep, in the middle of a promise that I couldn't keep. The utilities are paid, the lights are still on, but the spark in the mirror is officially gone. I'm checking the mailbox for a ghost of a sign that I'm not just wasting all of this time. And I'm paying the rent of being alone in a house that's made of muscle and bone. It's a high-priced quiet, a heavy-set tone for the high-definition vacuum in my soul. Every always was a loan that I can't pay back. Now I'm shivering in the middle of the black. Yeah, the interest is heartbreak, the ceiling is stone, and the long cold rent of being alone. I found your old keychain in the cushion of the couch, a tiny silver witness to the way we used to slouch. I thought about the garden we were gonna start in May, but I'm just watching the weeds take the driveway away. The neighbors walk by and they don't even look at the man, woman living in a closed up book. I'm a tenant of the maybe, a squatter in the was, searching for a reason in a world of just because. Is it a century, or is it a cage to be stuck on the very last word of the page? I'm polished the lonely till it starts to shine like a vintage bottle of bitter red wine. I'm not looking for pity, I'm not looking for grace, I'm just looking for me in an empty white space. 'Cause I'm paying the rent of being alone in a house that's made of muscle and bone. It's a high-priced quiet, a heavy-set toll for the high-definition vacuum in my soul. Every always was a loan that I can't pay back. Now I'm shivering in the middle of the black. Yeah, the interest is heartbreak, the ceiling is stone, and the long cold rent of being alone. Due on the 1st and the 15th too. The price of the me without any you. Just a room full of air, and the you who isn't there. The rent of being alone. The sound of a single heavy key turning in a lock, followed by a fading low tuned and strong. I'm sitting on the edge of the unmade bed, counting up the pixels of the things we said. The coffee's getting cold, but I haven't moved a limb. Staring at the shadows where the light is getting dim. I found your old charger in the bottom of a box, a tiny plastic witness to the turning of the locks. It wasn't a crash and it wasn't a shout, just the slow, steady rising of a digital doubt. The tether's getting thin and the anchors are all gone. I'm a satellite drifting in the shiver of the dawn. The signal is jumping, the signal is weak, and the silence is louder than the words I can speak. And it's just the slow drift tonight, flickering like static in the stamping light. 1 mile for the maybe, 10 miles for the stay. Watching the always just gradually decay. I'm a user not found in a hollowed out skin. Wonder where the forgetting is supposed to begin. Yeah, the link is officially broken and the current's in a rift, lost in the rhythm of the slow drift. I found an old photo in the hidden folder cache, back from the morning before the big crash. Your smile is all blurry, the colors are tan, just a faded out byproduct of a broken-hearted plan. I'm scrolling through the ruins of a neon-colored trust, turning all the pixels into silver and dust. The battery is dying and the signal is dead, just like the hollowed-out promise in my muscle and bone. Is it a mess it'll let? The connection failed to stop the delivery of the final heavy trail. I'm offline and drifting, a satellite in debt, till the reader receipts and the digital regret. If I clear the cache, am I finally free? Or is the rubble the only thing left of me? Moving out, pixel by pixel, losing the always in the slow motion trickle. Just a flicker, then the hush, the slow drift. Sound of a hectic vibration, it stops abruptly, followed by a low-tune piano note that sustains and slowly fades into white noise. I'm standing in the hallway where the sunlight used to play, but the dust is settling heavy in a cold and quiet way. I move the heavy dresser, but the floor shows where it stood, a pale and lonely rectangle upon the darkened wood. The refrigerator's humming is the only voice I hear. It's been 1,000 hours since you whispered in my ear. I'm walking on my tiptoes, like I'm breaking into us, watching every always turn to silver and to dust. There's a ghost of your laughter in the corner of the ceiling, a jagged little remnant of a once familiar feeling. But the air is getting thinner and the walls are getting tall, since you took the pictures down and left the shadows on the wall. And it's the sound of empty rooms ringing in the head, the heavy hollow vibration of the things we never said. Every footstep is an echo, every sigh is like a stone in this high definition architecture of being all alone. It's not a scream, it's not a crash, it's not a thunderclap. It's just the slow and steady snapping of a beautiful trap. Yeah, the silence is a symphony, a melody of dooms. I'm drowning in the static and the sound of empty rooms. I found a single bobby pin beside the bathroom sink. It's a tiny silver anchor that won't let me even think. I'm staring at the closet where your jackets used to hang, remembering the rhythm of the songs we used to sing. Now the hangers are all rattling like bones against the wire, and the kitchen is a graveyard for a cold and dead desire. I'm shouting out your name just to hear the house reply, but the only thing that answers is a low and leaden sky. Is it a haunting or a sanctuary, this space I have to fill, where the clock is always ticking but the heart is standing still? I'm pacing out the inches, I'm measuring the grief, looking for a crack in the foundation for relief. But the more I try to speak, the more the silence starts to bloom. 'Cause it's the sound of empty rooms ringing in the head, the heavy hollow vibration of the things we never said. Every footstep is an echo, every sigh is like a stone in this high definition architecture of being all alone. It's not a scream, it's not a crash, it's not a thunderclap. It's just the slow and steady snapping of a beautiful trap. Yeah, the silence is a symphony, a melody of dooms. I'm drowning in the static and the sound of empty echoes in the hall shadow on the wall. Just the wind and the floor, not a we anymore. I'm sitting in the dark with a blue light glow, sifting through the files of a year ago. I'm cropping out the tears and the slamming doors, and the way my heart fell heavy on the kitchen floors. I'm stitching up the gaps where the silence grew, to make a perfect version of the me and you. It's a curated ache, it's a beautiful lie, woven from the moments before the goodbye. I'm hitting play on the parts that glow, ignoring the ice and the melting snow. I'm a director with a broken lens, making sure the story never really ends. I'm watching the supercut of us tonight, where every single frame is bathed in golden light. There's no I'm sorry and there's no it's done, just two shadows dancing in the setting sun. I've edited the ending, I've buried the truth in this high-definition version of our youth. It's a masterpiece of misery and neon-colored trust, the supercut of everything that turned to dust. There's a time we got lost on the coastal road, before the heavy secrets started to corrode. There's a way you look sleeping in the passenger seat, before the cold wind turned into a one-way street. I've looped the life until it sounds like a scream, trapped in the highlights of a fever dream. If I watch it enough, will the fiction disappear, or does it just make the ghost of you feel even near? Fast forward through the nights I spent alone, rewind to the sound of your voice on the phone, pause on the second before you let go. The only part of us I don't wanna know. Cut to the black, bring the music back. I'm watching the supercut of us tonight, where every single frame is bathed in golden light. There's no I'm sorry and there's no it's done, just two shadows dancing in the setting sun. I've edited the ending, I've buried the truth in this high-definition version of our youth. It's a masterpiece of misery and neon-colored trust, the supercut of everything that turned to dust. Slow motion, as you turn away, I'll watch this on repeat until the day the colors start to bleed. It's the only us I need, just a supercut of a heart that's shut. I'm staring at the silence on the nightstand, beside the book you never finished reading. I'm tracing out the maps upon my own hand, to find the spot where us started receding. It's not the fights that keep me up at midnight, or the words we threw like stones across the floor. It's the quiet ghosts that haunt the morning light, the ghost of what I didn't do before. I didn't say I love you when you turned. I left the best of all our moments hidden, and now I'm standing where the bridges burn. It's the heavy weight of the things I didn't do, the I'm sorry that I kept inside my chest, the dancing in the rain I didn't lead you through, the way I never gave you all my best. Now I'm counting up the seconds that I wasted on a pride that never kept me warm at night. The bitterness is all that's left to be tasted in the shadow of the things I didn't do right. I didn't take the pictures on the weekend. I thought we'd have 1,000 more to take. I didn't see the water start to deepen until the levee finally had to break. I never asked about your father's stories or held your hand until the movie reached the end. I ignored the quiet fading glories of having you as a lover and as friend. They say regret is just a ghost that's hungry, but it's a feast of everything I missed. A hollow space where I am feeling lonely for the foreheads that I never even kissed. It's the heavy weight of the things I didn't do, the I'm sorries that I kept inside my chest, the dancing in the rain I didn't lead you through, the way I never gave you all my best. And now I'm counting up the seconds that I wasted on a pride that never kept me warm at night. The bitterness is all that's left to be tasted in the shadow of the things I didn't do right. I didn't stay, I didn't try, I didn't even look you in the eye. Just a list of nevers and a long goodbye. The things I didn't do are the things that killed you and I. I heard you told your friends that I was cold as a winter stone, that I reaped the harvest of the seeds I'd never sown. In the version that you're selling, I'm the shadow in the light, the one who took the oxygen and walked out in the night. You've polished up your halo, left the tarnished parts for me, and I'm the anchor dragging you beneath the open sea. skipped the part where I stayed up to catch you when you fell, or how I walked through fire just to get you out of hell. Now I'm the jagged edge, the broken glass, the heavy chain, a convenient little monster you can blame for all your pain. It's a cleaner way to live, I guess, to keep your conscience white by making me the darkness that you had to learn to fight. So let me be the villain in the story that you tell. Wrap me up in brimstone, send me straight to your own hell. If it makes the healing easier to make me out the thief, I'll carry all the burden of your anger and your grief. Dress me in the blackest ink, the coldest shade of blue. I'll be the villain in your story, just to get you I'd rather be the bad guy than a memory you can't face. I'll take the accusations and I'll take the fall from grace. Because if I'm the devil, then you're finally the saint, and you can paint a future that I'm not allowed to So let me be the villain in the story that you tell. Wrap me up in brimstone, send me straight to your own hell. If it makes the healing easier to make me out the thief, I'll carry all the burden of your anger and your grief. Dress me in the blackest ink, the coldest shade of blue. I'll be the villain in your story, just to get you through. Make me the girl, be the one who loves you the most. Even if I'm the monster underneath your bed, just keep on living with the lies instead.
If they power chord, I'll keep them and forward the backwards into feedback.
I'm standing in the kitchen, but the floor is made of glass. Watching every pixel of our history pass. The coffee's getting cold, but I haven't taken a breath. Staring at the digital ghost of this slow and steady death. I found your old charger tucked behind the nightstand drawer. A tiny plastic witness to what isn't anymore. It wasn't a crash, and it wasn't a shout, just the heavy rising pressure of a hollowed out of doubt. The horizon is sinking, the air is getting thin. I don't know where the losing is supposed to begin. The signal is jumping, the signal is weak, and the hush is louder than the words I can speak. And it's a tidal wave of silence tonight, flickering like static in the synthetic light. A heavy blue mountain of the things we never said, crushing every hollowed out promise inside this unmade bed. I'm drowning in the maybe, I'm choking on the gun, watching the low rush shimmer of another lonely dawn. Yeah, the link is officially broken, and the current's in defiance underneath the crushing weight of the tidal wave of silence. I found an old photo in the hidden folder cache, back from the morning before the final crash. Your smile is all blurry, the colors are tan, just a faded out byproduct of a broken-hearted plan. I'm scrolling through the ruins of a neon-colored trust, turning all the pixels in the silver and dust. The battery is dying, and the signal is dead, just like the hollowed out pulse in my muscle and bone. Is it a mercy to let the water rise, to stop waiting for the maybe and the hollow in your eyes? I'm offline and drifting, a satellite and dead, to the read receipts and the digital record. If I clear the cache, am I finally free? Or is the rubble the only thing left of me, washing out? Pixel by pixel, losing the always in the slow motion trickle, just a flicker, then the hush tidal wave.
abruptly, followed by a long, low tune piano note that sustains and slowly fades into white noise.
I watched the shadow cross the floor. It took 3 hours to reach the door. The kettle screams, I let it rain. I've lost the taste for everything. The dust is settling on your chair. I swear I see you sitting there. But then the clock hand moves a fraction, breaks my heart in slow motion action. Say the world keeps spinning round, but I'm still pinned here to the ground. Every second is a heavy stone in this house that's gone from us alone. I'm watching seasons turn to gray while I'm still stuck on yesterday. It's a long, lonely road to go, where my heart's breaking fast, but time moves slow. Tried to drive the city streets, but every red light just repeats the way you looked when you walked out. The silence louder than a shout. I check my watch, it's only 10. I've lived 1,000 lives since then. A minute feels like 20 years of drowning in these stagnant tears. In the blink you were gone, but the after is dragging on and on. If time heals all, then why is the cure making the hurt even harder to endure? They say the world keeps spinning round, but I'm still pinned here to the ground. Every second is a heavy stone in this house that's gone from us to long. I'm watching seasons turn to gray while I'm still stuck on yesterday. It's a long, lonely road to go, where my heart's breaking fast, but time moves slow. Tick-tock, the rhythm's wrong. The days are short, but the wait is long. Still waiting for the sun to show, but time moves slow. Yeah, time moves so slow. The gold is draining from the window frame. The shadows stretch and call me by my name. It's that bruised and purple hour of the day when the light of us finally slips away. I'm sitting where the warmth used to reside, watching the horizon take a slow, long slide. The birds have gone to find a place to sleep. flicker in a line, like a string of sorries that were never really mine. The world is turning quiet, the world is turning cold, just like the forever that we both were once told. I'm tracing out your profile in the dust upon the glass, waiting for the feeling of this losing to just pass. But the dimming of the light only makes the memory clear. The closer that it gets tonight, the more you're sitting here. Is it a mercy or a mourning? This fading of the glow, to be standing in the wreckage of a life I used to know. I'm not reaching for the morning, I'm not reaching for the light. I'm just learning how to navigate the coming of the night. The sun was just a flicker, but the dark is a career. And I'm standing in the twilight of a broken soul, looking for the pieces that I thought would make me whole. The orange turns to indigo, the indigo to gray, as I watch the better parts of you and I decay. It's a long and lonely shimmer, a fading of the heat in the cold and quiet rhythm of a heart that's in retreat. Yeah, the darkness is a blanket and the silence is a toll in the long and heavy twilight of sun is sinking like a stone into a sky of violet bruising. I'm sitting here all on my own, with a heart that's tired of losing. The street lamps flicker one by one, like matches struck against the dark. I'm chasing shadows of the fun that used to leave a glowing spark. The birds have gone to find their nests. The world is laying down to rest, but I'm still wide awake and blue, humming melodies of you. These are my twilight tunes of solitude, play on the strings of a lonely mood. The orange fades to a ghostly gray as I watch the pieces of us drift away. No one's dancing, no one's near, just the echo of a single tear singing to the moon in a minor key. The twilight tunes of the used to be. The radio is humming low, some velvet voice from years ago, singing about a love that stayed, while I'm just watching colors fade. I'm tracing circles in the dust on the record player red with rust, wishing I could skip the part where the music breaks my heart. Between the day and the deep of night, I'm losing touch with every light. It's the hour when the ghosts come out and fill the room with every doubt. Is it a song or is it a plea? This loneliness inside of me. These are my twilight tunes of solitude, play on the strings of a lonely mood. The orange fades to a ghostly gray as I watch the pieces of us drift away. No one's dancing, no one's near, just the echo of a single tear singing to the moon in a minor key. The twilight tunes of the used to be. The stars are out, the sun is gone. I'm humming till the break of dawn. Solitude is a haunting tune, just me and the music and the moon. Slow fading cello, a bass note. Slow fading cello. a room that's gone cold, holding on to stories that we never got to fold. I don't look at the ceiling, I don't look at the sky. I'm staring at your picture, asking when and asking why. I used to talk to God when I was feeling small. Now I'm just whispering your name to the shadows on the wall. I beg the universe to make your car turn around, to hear your gravel tires making music on the ground. I prayed for one more Sunday, for the mundane and the mess, for the how was your day and the yes I love you, yes. But the wind doesn't answer and the stars don't even blink. I'm just drowning in the wishes that I'm trying not to think. And they're all just unanswered prayers to you, like a bottle in the ocean that'll never make it through. I'm setting up my heart in a cloud of silver smoke, but the silence is a sentence and the punchline is a joke. Every please come back and every don't let go is just another unanswered prayer to a heart I used to know. Maybe I'm a fool for talking to a ghost, for loving the version of you that I miss the most. But I'd rather keep on asking, keep on crying out your name, than to live in a world where the silence stays the same. I finally clicked the folder that I swore I'd never touch, the one that it's labeled summer, and it hurts me twice as much. I'm scrolling through the pixels of a life I used to lead, watching colors that I didn't know I'd ever really need. There's a video of you laughing with a coffee in your hand, in a kitchen that we painted, in a life that we had planned. But the diet is getting dusty and the cloud is getting full, and I'm feeling every single agonizing digital pull. I tried to hit delete, but my thumb began to shake. How much of a ghost is a human heart supposed to take? I'm a curator of shadows, a collector of the woods, searching for a why in a world of just because. They're all unarchived memories, breaking through the seal, reminding me of everything I forgot how to feel. I'm restored in the heartache, I'm downloading the pain, watching us dance through a screen in the rain. It's a graveyard of giggles and 3 a.m. texts, a haunting reminder of what happened next. I'm drowning in the data of a love that's been deprived, and it's all coming back unarchived. I found a voice note from the night we drove to see the coast. It's the quietest of whispers that always haunts me most. You were singing off key to a song about the moon, and I didn't know the silence was coming for us soon. I've got backup after backup of the way you used to look, like a story that I'm forced to read in a digital book. But I can't touch the pixels, and I can't smell your hair. It's just a high-res version of you not being there. Is it a blessing or a curse to have it all on file, to be able to revisit every single fleeting smile? Or is it just a cage made of glass and LEDs, keeping me from ever finding any kind of peace? They're all unarchived memories, breaking through the seal, reminding me of everything I forgot how to feel. I'm restoring the heartache, I'm downloading the pain, watching us dance through a screen in the rain. It's a graveyard of giggles and 3 a.m. texts, a haunting reminder of what happened next. I'm drowning in the dead of a love that's been deprived, and it's all coming back unarchived. Select all, restore. I'm standing on the shore of a sea of blue light. Good night to the memory, good night to the us that I keep unarchived, till I fall asleep. I'm sitting in the kitchen, watching shadows climb the wall, waiting for a phantom ring, footsteps in the hall. The tea has gone to ice, the sugar's settled at the bottom, like the heavy golden leaves of a love that's turned to autumn. I pick up the receiver just to hear the steady hum, to prove that I'm not deaf, to prove I but the air between these rafters is a weight I cannot move. Searching for a melody in a worn out, dusty groove. I used to know the rhythm of your breathing in the dark. Now I'm just a pilot of a cold and empty ark. I'm shouting at the ceiling, but the words just hit the floor, and I'm drowning in the quiet of a closed and bolted door. And it's an unbroken silence, a scream without a sound, pacing out the inches of this lonely, holy ground. There's no I miss you, and there's no it's really over, just the bitter biting chill of a field of frozen clover. I'm a prisoner of the hush, a victim of the peace, praying for a thunderclap to grant me some release. Yeah, my heart is beating loud, but the world is violent in this deep and heavy, unbroken silence. I found your old piano book, the one with folded pages. The ink is getting faded through the passing of the ages. I tried to play a C chord, but the strings are out of tune, like a broken invitation to a dance beneath the moon. Every almost and remember is a ghost inside the room, constructing a cathedral in this high definition gloom. If I don't speak your name, does it mean you aren't gone, or am I just a shadow waiting for a ghost of dawn? They say that silence is a virtue. They say that it is gold, but it's a jagged, freezing mountain that I'm trying to uphold. I trade 1,000 happies for a single angry shout, anything to keep the lights from flickering right out. And it's an unbroken silence, a scream without a sound, pacing out the inches of this lonely, holy ground. There's no I miss you, and there's no it's really over, just the bitter biting chill of a field of frozen clover. I'm a prisoner of the hush, a victim of the peace, praying for a thunderclap to grant me some release. Yeah, my heart is beating loud, but the world is violent in this deep and heavy, unbroken silence. Can you hear the dust? Can you hear the rust? The sound of a heart that's forgotten how to trust. I'm broken. 'Cause still leaving only the sound of a distant ticking clock for 5 seconds. The sunshine's tapping on the windowsill, but I'm keeping all the curtains closed and still. I've stopped checking the mailbox for a sign, or trying to turn the water into wine. The coffee's black, the toast is burning cold, just like the forever that we both were sold. I'm sitting in the chair where you used to sit, watching the cigarette smoke curl and quit. I don't want a hobby, I don't want a friend. I'm just looking for the place where the circles end. There's no moving on and there's no getting well, just a slow, steady ringing of a distant bell. And now I'm just waiting around the gate tonight, turning off the motor and the pilot light. It's not a tragedy, it's not a grand event, just the hollowed out remains of a life well spent. I'm tired of the maybe and the try again. I'm tired of the rhythm of the cold gray rain. You took the living when you said goodbye. Now I'm just waiting around to die. The television's flickering a ghostly blue, playing all the shows I used to watch with you. But I can't hear the jokes and I can't see the plot. I'm just memorizing the things that I forgot. They say that time is a healer and a thief, but it's just a long extension, never stagnant grief. I'm a clock with no hands, I'm a bird with no sky, watching the dusty minutes call on by. Is it a sin to want the quiet and the dark, to finally let go of the very last spark?
on a bass drum.
I'm leaning my forehead against the floral print where the sunlight used to leave a golden glint, but the edges are curling, the glue's giving way, like the forever we promised on a Tuesday in May. I found a small pencil marked down by the floor where we measured our love, but we don't anymore. The pattern is fading, the colors are thin, just a paper thin shroud for the state that I'm in. It's not a flood and it's not a sea, it's just the slow peeling of you and of me. I'm tracing the seams where the memories hide in the hollowed out silence we carry inside, and they're just wallpaper tears, a slow steady slide from the corners and cracks that I'm trying to hide. One strip for the laughter, one strip for the pain, falling like ivy in the middle of rain. The drywall is showing, the foundation is cold, and this high definition of being unsold. Yeah, the heart is a room where the history nears, drowning in the salt of these wallpaper tears. I tried to smooth out the bubbles in the grid, but my hands are too shaky to make a go of it. Behind the hydrangeas and the vintage style blue is the ghost of the me that was tangled in you. The steam from the kettle is making it worse, turning this sanctuary into a curse. I'm watching the always just drop to the mat in a pile of paper where the some days once sat. If I strip it all back to the plaster and stone, will I finally feel like I'm truly alone? Or is the residue spiky? Is the residue deep? Like a secret I'm physically forced to keep. I'm clawing at the roses, I'm tearing at the vine, trying to find a surface that's officially mine. 'Cause they're just wallpaper tears, a slow steady slide from the corners and cracks that I'm trying to hide. One strip for the laughter, one strip for the pain, falling like ivy in the middle of rain. The drywall is showing, the foundation is cold, and this high definition of being unsold. Yeah, the heart is a room where the history nears, drowning in the salt of these wallpaper tears. Sad on the floor, I can't see the pattern of us anymore, just a scrap blur of the vibrant people that we were. Wallpaper. The sound of paper tearing, followed by a single resonant cello note that fades into static. The curtains dance on a drafty wind where the laughter used to be. I'm tracing outlines of your face in the spaces meant for me. I found a note in a winter coat, a promise we couldn't keep. Now I'm just a collector of almost things while the rest of the world's asleep. It's not a roar, it's not a flame, it's the quiet way I speak your name to an empty room, to a hollow sky where the best of us went to die. Now I'm living in the whispers of wistfulness, caught in the what could have been, trading my breath for a ghost of a kiss and letting the cold air in. It's a soft kind of sorrow, a pale shade of blue, the beautiful ache of remembering you, just a shadow of us, a lingering mess, lost in the whispers of the tea grows cold in a chipped ceramic cup, like the fire we used to hold. I'm memorizing the way you laughed before the story turned to gold. They tell me that time is a steady hand, but it's shaking as I write another letter I'll never send to the middle of the night. Is it a haunting or a sanctuary, this place where you're still mine? I'm blurring the edges of memory to stay within the lines. I'd rather have the sting of the ghost than the nothingness that's left. Living in the whispers of wistfulness, caught in the what could have been, trading my breath for a ghost of a kiss and letting the cold air in. It's a soft kind of sorrow, a pale shade of blue, the beautiful ache of remembering you, just a shadow of us, a lingering mess, lost in the whispers of just a whisper, a breath against the glass, waiting for the feeling to pass. But the echo is all I possess. Wistfulness, soft piano, The router's blinking phantom green against the kitchen wall. I'm waiting for a notification that never seems to fall. I've got a glass of cheap bourbon and a signal that's a lie. Watching the last active while the hours crawl on by. I'm scrolling through the photos of the night we got the car, before the distance grew and turned you to a star. One bar of strength is all I've got to keep the ghost alive. In this digital desert where only us survives. The bottle's getting low and the bandwidth's getting thin. I don't know where the heartache ends and the static begins. I'm reaching for a frequency that's buried in the grid, waiting for the structural failure of it. And I'm just drowning in the Wi-Fi and the whiskey, in a world that used to love me, but now it's just risky. I'm a user not found, I'm a message not sent, a high-definition version of where the forever went. One shot for the memory, for the pain, lost inside the rhythm of the falling heavy rain. Yeah, the signal is dead and the spirit is a cost to the Wi-Fi and the whiskey and the signal that I lost. I typed 1,000 sentences and deleted every one, because there's no way to fix the damage that we've done. The blue lights burning holes into the back of my mind, while I'm looking for a maybe that I'll never really find. I found an old voice note from the morning of the move, ever cussing mistake in a beautiful groove. Now I'm staring at the spinning wheel in the bottom of the glass, watching all the vivid parts of our history pass. Is it a sanctuary or a surgical ward? This archive of almost is all I afford. If I refresh the feed, will you finally be back? Or am I just staring at the middle of the black? I'm a victim of the scene and a victim of the glow, with nowhere left for the us to safely go. 'Cause I'm just drowning in a world that I'm a mesky, in a world that used to love me, but now it's just risky. I'm a user not found, I'm a message not sent, a high-definition version of where the forever went. One shot for the memory, one ping for the pain, lost inside the rhythm of the falling heavy rain. Yeah, the signal is dead and the spirit is a cost to the Wi-Fi and the whiskey and the signal that I lost. Disconnected, just like me. Empty bottle, empty sea, just a screen in the blue and a heart in the red. Good night to the ghost in my head. One thought whiskey offline. I'm standing in the garden by the leaning wooden gate, watching all the Sundays succumb to heavy fate. The petals are all heavy, they're bowing to the mud, a slow and steady drowning of the blossom and the bud. I found your old raincoat in the hollow of the hall, a yellow skin reminder of the way we used to fall. The clouds are iron gray and the spirit's getting thin, waiting for the structural failure to finally settle in. The water's in the marrow, the water's in the bone, in the high definition version of being all alone. I'm reaching for a signal, it's drowning in the sky, underneath the jagged edge of a long and low goodbye. And I'm just wilting in the rain tonight, flickering like static in a sad standing light. 1 inch for the maybe, 10 feet for the gone, watching the always just gradually decay. I'm soaking in the sorrow, I'm dying in the storm, waiting for a memory to keep the spirit warm. Yeah, the link is officially broken, and the heart is in a drain, inside the slow motion wreckage of wilting in the rain. I found an old photo in the hidden folder cache, back from the morning right before the final heavy crash. Your smile is all blurry, the colors are tan, just a low-res byproduct of the person you were. I'm scrolling through the ruins of a neon-colored trust, turning all the pixels into silver and dust. The battery is dying and the signal is dead, just like the hollowed out promise in muscle and bone. Is it a mercy to let the dark stay, to wash every trace of the yesterday away? I'm offline and drifting, a satellite and dead, to the red receipts and the digital regret. If I clear the cache, am I finally free? Or is the rubble the only thing left of me? Sinking in the blinding light, drowning in the middle of the night, just a flicker